Okay, these are problems from the book 5-1, Reveal Geometry. In the first triangle, we have some 30, 60, 90 triangles. The 90 plus the 30 makes 120, so we got a 60. And the 90 plus the 60, which is a linear pair with W, or at W, gives us 30 for angle 1. Looking at triangle 2, we've got a pair of vertical angles. Angle 1 is going to be 56 degrees, so angle 2 is going to be 56 degrees. Add those together, we figure out that angle 3 is 64 degrees. Looking at number 3, using the bottom triangle, UVT, we can figure out what angle 1 is, and then it's going to be a linear pair with angle 3, which will give us angle 3, and then we can use vertical angles. Angle 3 is 71, vertical angle 71, and we can use that to figure out that angle 2 is 29 degrees. Looking at 4, we have an isosceles triangle, 146, both base angles congruent, each one's equal to 17. With this one, we have an exterior angle problem set up. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2 plus angle 3, the remote interior angles. So basically, we're going to set 7x minus 7 equal to 4x plus 2 plus 2x plus 6. And when we solve for x, we get x is equal to 15. They want to know the measure of angle 1. 7 times 15, take away 7 is 98. For this gardening problem, we have another exterior angle theorem. 1 and 2 need to add up to be 116. And they give us 1 and they give us 2. And we figure out that 8 is equal to x. So the measure of angle 1 is 8 times 8, which is 64 degrees. Looking at example 3, we need to solve this. Starting with the bottom triangle, we can find angle 1, 98 and 28. Subtracted from 180 gives us angle 1, which is 62. Then we can do 90 plus 35 degrees and get that angle 5 is 55 degrees. Measure of angle 6 is going to be 25 because together those are complementary. And we can use that to figure out the measure of angle 4, and angle 4 comes out to be 65 degrees. Going with the other triangle, 90 and 51 gives 141, so angle 2 is 39 degrees. And we need angle 3. Linear pair with 51 is 129. That and 25 subtracted from 180 gives us the measure of angle 3 is 26 degrees. Next page, all of these need to add up to be 180 degrees. And so we find out that x is equal to 20, and we can figure out what each angle is. And these 90 plus the two angles add up to be 180, and we find out that x is equal to 30, and we can find the angles. 17 is an exterior angle theorem. 5x plus 62 is equal to the sum of the other two, and we figure out that x is 11. And then need to find the measure of each angle. 3 times 11 plus 47, and then the other one. Pretend you're standing at the person and sweep. What's the degree of sweep? And we find that's how the triangle gets filled in. Construction, we have an exterior angle theorem. Linear pair gives us a 90 along with the angle 1 in that triangle. So 90 plus angle 1 has to equal 145. So we figure out that angle 1 must be 55 degrees. Find the measure of the numbered angles. Starting with the vertical angles in the middle, we can figure out what those are. And then maybe going for the bottom triangle, going for, the bottom right triangle, we can figure out that angle 4 is going to be, get 165 there. We figure out that angle 4 is going to be 15 degrees. We can figure out the measure of angle 2 using the 70-degree vertical angle that we started with. And then in the big triangle, we got a 35 and a 90. We can figure out the measure of angle 1. Looking at the bottom triangle, it's isosceles. Angle 1 and angle 8 are congruent to each other. So 130 is the exterior angle to those two, so we can figure out that they're each worth 65 apiece. And 265s gives us the way we can find angle 2. And then we can basically go triangle by triangle and solve for the other missing pieces as we fill them in.